السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. إن الحمد لله نحمده ونستعينه ونستغفره ونستهديه ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا ومن سيئات أعمالنا. من يهده الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلل فلا هادي له، وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له، وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله. يا أيها الناس اتقوا ربكم الذي خلقكم من نفس واحدة وخلق منها زوجها وبث منهما رجالا كثيرا ونساء، واتقوا الله الذي تساءلون به والأرحام إن الله كان عليكم رقيبا. يا أيها الذين آمنوا اتقوا الله حق تقاته ولا تموتن إلا وأنتم مسلمون. يا أيها الذين آمنوا اركعوا واسجدوا واعبدوا ربكم وافعلوا الخير لعلكم تفلحون. يا أيها الذين آمنوا اتقوا الله وقولوا قولا سديدا يصلح لكم أعمالكم ويغفر لكم ذنوبكم، ومن يطع الله ورسوله فقد فاز فوزا عظيما. وأصلي وأسلم على المبعوث رحمة للعالمين نبي الرحمة محمد بن عبد الله الذي بلغ الرسالة وأدى الأمانة ونصح الأمة وكشف الأمة وجاهد في الله حق جهاده حتى أتاه اليقين، صلى الله عليه وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. أما بعد. All praises due to our Lord Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala, peace and blessings be upon our Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. As you know, the topic of the khutbah, inshallah, we are going to comment and talk about the death of George Floyd, who was killed in Minnesota, in Minneapolis. It's tragic, something that's not acceptable, something that no way to justify that. It's not a regular death, it's a murder. And the reason why this happened is because of racism. Racism is one of the topics that, subhanAllah, we don't talk about it in Islam. Although Allah Ta'ala in the Quran clearly talked about that. And Allah Ta'ala showed in Islam no any racism and no discrimination in Islam. And it's our Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam talk about that in many ahadith. No any discrimination in Islam. What matters in Islam is one thing, the piety, the taqwa, fear in Allah Ta'ala. And as such, the whole media is talking about this. Not only in the US, worldwide, everywhere, people talking about this. This Ikhwat al-Iman has to teach us something, that we need religion. We need religion. Don't tell me laws will prevent people from discrimination or will stop people from doing racism. That will never stop people. These laws have been around for many years, and so many people are dying unjustly. And now, alhamdulillah, because we have cell phones, people can take it and film what's going on. But people need cell phones in the 60s and go backwards. How many people were killed unjustly because of the living law, because they are from a minority group? How many people were put in jail unjustly? They didn't do anything, and they were in jail for no reason, because no one was to track what happened exactly. But now, with these cell phones, we are seeing that these laws are not doing anything. Because the laws of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is what changes us. The laws of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, when you have it inside your heart, that's what makes you a human. It makes you to stop from doing such awful actions. When you have that in your heart, you not obey your laws. Rather, you have laws in you. The laws is a part of you. The laws of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala clearly is not talk about that. But unfortunately, the racism topic is one of the topics that are neglected. We don't talk about it for many reasons. Sometimes we think it's okay, we have racism, we Muslim, we love each other. But in reality, we have it. We have so much of it, especially our Muslim countries. And sometimes because of the sensitivity of the subject, people don't want to talk about it. It's very sensitive. People will get offended. We don't want to talk about it in that way. We want to talk about it in a way that, inshallah, is going to help us. In a way that's going to help us to change. In a way that's going to make us love each other. In a way that's going to make us understand the difference that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala created us through. We're not going to be the same. We're going to look different. We're going to do things differently. We're going to come from different backgrounds. And that's the beauty of the creature of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We are different. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in the Quran says that. Allah azza wa jalla in Surah Al-Hujurat. He says, Ya ayyuhan nas, O mankind, inna khalaqnakum min dhakarin wa untha. We created you from a male and a female. Adam and Hawa, even Adam. No matter how different we look, no matter how dark you are, and no matter how light you are, and no matter how short you are, and no matter how tall you are, and no matter how rich you are, and no matter how poor you are, we all go back to what the one root, which is the root of being sons and kids of Adam and Hawa alayhi salam. We are one thing. It doesn't matter. We can look different. We can speak different languages. But we're still one thing. And why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala created us? وَجَعَلْنَاكُمْ شُعُوبًا وَقَبَائِلًا. And we made you nations, and then within the nations, قَبَائِل, tribes, or maybe cultures. You're different. Well, why is that different? So you need to know one another. You need someone who's different. You get to know that person because that person is your brother in humanity. That person is another version of you. That person is you. Human is you. That's how it is. That's what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in the Quran. But unfortunately, a lot of us, and the reason why the racism exists, and it's something that always will be here, except if we truly follow the rules of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. The reason why is because of the belief of the superiority. Everybody believes that he's better than the other. This one thinks that he may. So some people believe they're better. The officer was kneeling on the man's neck and killing him because he believes he has less value because he has darker skin color. It's not the same as him. Some people is not that what they base their superiority on. Some people, because of the richness. I'm richer, so I'm better. Some people, because of the race. I come from a certain race. Then we have history. We have done a lot. And you come from a race or a family or a background that you guys have no history. So I'm better than you. I'm more noble than you. Allah Ta'ala made it clear. None of that matters. None of that is important. None of that has any consideration in the sight of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Allah Azza wa Jalla says, Inna akramakum inda Allahi atqakum. Verily, the most noble among you is the one who is the most righteous among you. The one who has fear in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. The one who fear Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has piety and righteous. That's what matters in the sight of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. That what gives you the value. And that what we should take as Muslims. That's what we have to believe in. That's what we have to be behaving and acting upon. That the one who is given more to the society, someone who's more beneficial, someone who's more fearing to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, that person has value. But unfortunately, that's not the case. We have other measures that we take in terms of deciding how valuable the person is. The ways they come from, the color, the family, the background, the look. He's not that beautiful. He's not that handsome. So based on that, a lot of things will be cut. Maybe you will not accept it as a husband or as a wife because that person comes from a certain family or comes from a certain background or look the same way, a certain way. That person would not be accepted as a friend. And sometimes that person would not be accepted as a person, as a human. People see him as less. He's not human. Allah Azza wa Jalla is saying no. All of that do not matter. What matters is one thing, the piety, to be pious and to fear Allah Ta'ala. All Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam said the same. In a hadith, the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam said, أيها الناس, إن ربكم واحد. Really, your Lord is one, Allah Ta'ala. وإن أباكم واحد. And your father is one, which is Adam alayhi salam. ألا لا فضل لعربي على عجمي ولا لعجمي على عربي. There's no any superiority. No one is superior than other. So an Arab person is not superior than someone who's not Arab. Nor than Arab is superior than someone who's an Arab. ولا لأسود على أحمر ولا لأحمر على أسود. And nor the white person is superior than the black person. And nor the black person is superior than the white person. In that is taqwa. Except with one thing. Who is superior than the other? Who is more noble in the sight of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? The one that has more taqwa and has more fear for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And notice what the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam talked about. He talked about the race, which is one of the very important things. Sometimes the skin color doesn't matter, but the race matters. Where you come from, what family you belong to, what tribe you belong to. That matters. So the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam said, no, an Arab is not better than an Arab. And a non-Arab is not better than an Arab. The race doesn't matter. And that's just an example the Prophet is given, because this is the race that was in his time. But after the time of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, we have different races, different ethnicities, different backgrounds. All of that don't matter. None of that matters. What matters is the piety, is the taqwa. For the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So to believe that I'm superior than someone, that will lead you to their racism. That will lead you to do a terrible action. That will lead you to kill someone. And the kill of George Floyd is just an example. So many things are happening. Some people are being killed. Some people are they're not given jobs because of that. They apply for the job. The person who's in charge believes in this person has this value. Why do I have to give him the job? I'm not giving him that job because he's sick inside. So Allah Azza wa Jalla, the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, spoke about your heart. Change your heart. Take that sickness out of your heart. Because people not always will obey the law, or when they have that embedded inside their hearts, because of that, they're going to be good people. A lot of times we think that in the Muslim societies, whether it's in the Muslim countries or here in the US in the Masajid, when we interact as Muslims, we don't have racism. But in reality, we have so much of it. Allah alladhi la ilaha ghayruhu, we have so much of it. We have a lot of it. We have a lot of it, but it's always sensitive. We don't want to talk about it. We want to talk about different topics. We try, no, we Muslim, alhamdulillah, it's truly Muslim, but the way we treat each other is not the same way as the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam established in the Sunnah. And it's not the same way that the Sahaba ridwanullahi alayhim was treating each other, or were treating each other. We are different. Go to the Muslim land. The racism is embedded inside the system, inside the law. Lawfully, you can do discrimination. And it's a Muslim land. It's a Muslim land with their iman. And we believe in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We believe in the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. We believe in one thing. We want people. We all together. We believe in Allah and believe in the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. We talk about the rights of the Muslims. And we talk about how to be nice to the Muslims. But in our laws, in Muslim lands, we have the discrimination. Legally, lawfully, openly, we can do that. A lot of examples. And most of us come from Muslim countries, and we know this. We witness that. Some countries you cannot even own a land because you're not a citizen. It's a Muslim country, subhanAllah. You have the money, and you are legal in that country because you're not a citizen. You cannot buy a land. That's discrimination right there. That's what the scholars of Islam should be talking about. We're advising the government to take this out of the laws and to take that away. That's not Islam. If we are to be Muslim, we have to give the freedom to anyone to practice their rights, to buy whatever they want, as long as they're doing it in a way that's pleasing to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. In some Muslim countries, I'm giving a real example, real life example. I'm not making stuff up. I'm talking about things that I witnessed with my own eyes. In some Muslim countries, you want to get married. You cannot bring the ma'doon to come to your home or to come to the masjid to do the marriage for you. You and your wife or your future wife and the witnesses have to go to the courts. And the marriage has to take place in the courts because you're not a citizen. You're legal in the country, but you're not a citizen. So the ma'doon, the imam cannot come to the masjid and do the marriage. Where everybody will witness that. Your family will do it. Your friends, people will pray for you. People will greet you. People will say congratulations to you. People will share the happiness with you. You cannot do that. You cannot bring them out, go to a home and have the marriage at home. You have to go to the court, and you have very limited people that can go. That's discrimination. Based on what? That's discrimination in what they do now. In some Muslim countries, when you apply for a license, driver's license, because you're a foreigner, you have to go for the school for 5 days, and then you take the test. If you pass, you get the license. And the citizen of the country can come for 1 day, take the class for 1 day, the next day can take the test and get his driver's license. What is the difference between me and him? He has better brain than what I have. You can comprehend better or what? What are the basis? Why? That's discrimination. We Muslim. And I'm talking about Muslim countries that what they have. Wallahi, the things that I witnessed with my own eyes in different Muslim countries. We're not here to say what country is that because we don't want to create a picture. What we're talking about here is something that inshallah is going to help us to change within Allah Azza wa Jalla, to realize that we have discrimination within what we do as Muslims, and we have to get that out of our practices because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala clearly in the Quran said that's wrong, and our Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam clearly is against it in his Sunnah. And everybody was close to our Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Sometimes even the Islam that is for everybody, we discriminate. We think that you have to have a certain look to be Muslim. You must have a certain look to be Muslim. So the Muslim is someone who looks like this, or someone who comes from a specific country, or someone who comes from a certain culture. One day I was traveling in a Muslim country with my wife, and she has the hijab. It's clear that I'm Muslim. I entered the store to buy water. I talked to the person in an Islamic way. I said, Assalamu alaikum. When someone says Assalamu alaikum, what is the first thing you think about? That person is Muslim. And we're in a Muslim country. He said, Alaikum assalam. I said, can you give me some water? He said, yes. He gave me some water. And then he gave me the water. After that, he asked me a question. He said, are you a Muslim? And I looked around, are you talking to me? I said, yes, I'm Muslim. And then I asked him the same exact question. Are you a Muslim? And he got mad. He said, how come you ask me if I'm a Muslim? I said, what gives you the right to ask me a question that can ask you that question? And then the man understood his feelings, his mistake, and he apologized to him. A lot of people will say, oh, it's just someone, an individual behavior. No, it's a problem. And a lot of us do not know the significance of that. When someone has that in his heart, that the Muslim has to have a certain look, has to have a certain way, or has to be from a certain country, that's a problem because he will be mistreating people. He could be in a position of power. Someone will apply for a job. If that person is qualified to do that job, let's say it's an Islamic teaching or whatever, he may not give that job to that person thinking that that person is not qualified just because of the way he looks or the country he comes from or the culture he comes from. It's very significant in what they're doing. So very important. We have to be open. Islam is for everybody. Islam is everywhere. Anyone can be Muslim. Islam does not have a look. Islam is a faith. It's something you have in your heart. It's something you do. So this is something that we have. And also, even when we talk about the masajid here in the US, we have a lot of masajid that is just based on culture. And someone who's not from that culture is not welcome at all. Is not welcome at all. You go to the masajid, you feel it, you're not welcome because you come from a different country. That's now what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in the Quran. وَأَنَّ الْمَسَاجِدَ لِلَّهِ. Merely the masajid is for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. It's for anyone who believes in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. It's for anyone who wants to practice the Islam and practice the religion and practice the worship and get closer to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So we have to welcome everybody. We have to be open with everybody. We have to be close to everybody. We have to do what Allah Azza wa Jalla says, to get to know one another. Someone looks different. I want to get closer to him and know where he's from. Who is he? How can I learn from him? And how can he learn from me? How can I benefit from him? How can he benefit from me? In all power, alhamdulillah, is always got diversity. When we have a diverse community, we are strong. We have everything from different angles. That's what makes us more strong. And that's what made the Sahaba in the time of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam stronger than other tribes because they were mixed. In the Medina, different people from different tribes mixed together. Believe it in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, they overcame everybody. And Allah gave them victory in the whole Arabian Peninsula because Muslim and everybody believed in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and believe in the messenger of Allah. أقول ما تسمعون وأستغفر الله لي ولكم فاستغفروه وتوبوا إليه إنه كان غفارا. الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على خير خلق الله نبينا محمد النبي الأمين صلى الله عليه وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين أما بعد. Some people may argue the person who was killed was not Muslim. It doesn't matter, when something wrong happened. Islam does not accept anything that's wrong. And we have to learn a lesson from that. We have to wake up, inshallah. And to know that that happened because of the racism. That happens because people believe they are superior than others. In reality, no one is superior than the other. All of us are equal as Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said in the Quran. I'm not a lawmaker, so I cannot put process in place for people to follow so we can change this. But inshallah, I can tell you what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says. I can tell you what the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam says. And you follow that, and that will change you, inshallah, and you will benefit from that. And this way you love everybody. And this way you treat anyone with respect. This way you treat anyone with dignity. How to deal with the racism. Now we have it. So as an individual who is in the risk of, could be discriminated against, how to deal with such issue is really bothering minorities, people of color, Muslims here in the U.S., or minorities, will be targeted for things we do in their terms and stuff like this. So how to live with this? What you have to know what it means as someone who's being targeted or someone who is in the danger of being discriminated against. What you have to know, what you have to do is to believe in yourself. That's very important. You need to love yourself, regardless of who you are. You need to give value to yourself, not let people give you value. Do not be in a state of divorce with yourself. And you are united with what people say, what people think, and people's perception. No, you really want to sit down and look at yourself and do things for yourself. And love yourself is very, very important. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gives you the value of the Quran. You're very valuable. You're very valuable. And that what matters, what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says. What people think, it really, really doesn't matter. So you see some people sometimes, they try to change the way they talk because maybe where they come from is something or a place considered as less. You see people changing their way of talking. When they go in public, they talk in a certain way. When they go to their own people, they talk in a certain way. No. You want to let people know. This is me, and this is how I'm talking. This is how I do things, and you have to accept me. You don't accept me, that doesn't matter. I love myself. I accept myself. I know my worth. Very, very important. People, a lot of times, people of color, people that are in the black community or in the brown community, a lot of people are not proud of themselves. You see a lot of skin bleaching. Someone who's dark or brown, they're not proud of themselves. They want to change. They want to please others. Listen to what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in the Quran. لَقَدْ خَلَقْنَا الْإِنسَانَ فِي أَحْسَنِ تَقْوِيمٍ. فِي أَحْسَنِ تَقْوِيمٍ. Here we created man in the best shape, regardless how you look, short, tall, handsome, ugly, in people's perception. No one is ugly. No one is ugly. Allah says, "Fi ahsani taqwim," in the best shape. So no one is ugly. Don't believe that. You're not ugly. You are beautiful. That's what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says. That's what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says. So if you're dark, love that. If you're brown, love that. People go and do, especially women, they do skin bleaching. They want to get married, and they do the skin bleaching, and they end up not getting or find a husband. Find a husband that will love you and how you look. Find a husband that will know your value and what you can give him as a wife. Find a husband that knows your worth. Not a husband that wants you to look a certain way. So be proud of yourself. Believe in yourself. Love yourself. Do not be in a divorce state with yourself. You just think about others. When people think about me, I want to look in the way that people want me to be. No, I want to look in the way that's satisfying to me because I'm beautiful. I'm handsome. أحسن تقويم. That alone Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says. In the best shape. Very, very important to have that self-esteem. That would make you live easy. That would make you live, inshallah, happy. Someone who is overweight. This is one of the things that people, a lot of times, they want to change because of people. Be proud of yourself. If you are to lose weight or to change the way you look, do that for yourself. I want to lose the weight because it's healthy. I'm doing that for myself, so to be healthy, to live longer, to be able to contribute more to my family, to the society, because it's the right thing to do. And I'm going to reward myself. When I do that, I'm rewarding myself, not someone else to reward me. I want to look good for myself, not necessarily to look good for others. So make sure you're doing things for yourself. Very important. Believe in yourself. Love yourself. Be in love with yourself. Have a relationship with yourself. If you don't have that relationship, build that relationship right now. Love yourself regardless of how you look. Dark, brown, short, ugly as people think, but you're not ugly, you're beautiful, you're handsome. Listen to what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, not listen to what people say. This way, inshallah, you are going to look happily. And maybe you have disability. Some people, they have disability and they have problems facing the society. They have problems coming out in public and doing stuff. No, be proud of yourself. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala put you through that as a test. And even if you have disability, you'll still be accepted as Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says. You're created in the best shape. So believe in yourself. Have that trust in yourself. Have that relationship with yourself. Do not be in a divorce state with yourself. Very, very important. Allah, that's going to give you the power inside you to be doing unbelievable. A lot of people are not doing good and great in their lives because they don't have self-esteem. They think they're less. They don't have ambition. They're looking down. Others are very wide. No. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala did not say that. The Sahaba, Abdullah ibn Mas'ud radiallahu anhu arda, he was skinny, very skinny. His leg was very skinny. And the wind exposed his legs. And some of the Sahaba were laughing. The Prophet asked him, why are you laughing? He said, because he has very skinny legs. The Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam said, وَالَّذِي نَفْسِي بِيَدِهِ لَهِيَ أَثْقَلُ فِي الْمِيزَانِ مِنْ جَبَلٍ. I swear by Allah, the skinny leg that Abdullah ibn Mas'ud has is heavier on the scale of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in the hereafter than the mountain of Uhud. It's now one mountain, chain of the mountains. You go to the Umrah in Medina, you've seen that long chain of mountains. The skinny level of Abdullah ibn Mas'ud is heavier than the chain of these mountains because of his value. He's very knowledgeable in the deen. He's one of the ulama al-Sahaba. He has knowledge in the tafsir, in the Qur'an, the statements of Ibn Mas'ud, everywhere when you read the Quran. So he's great. He doesn't have to have elephant leg to have value. He knows his value. His value in the Quran that he has. His value in the knowledge that he has. His value in the love that he has for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and the love that he has for the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. He read the ayah, he asked it doesn't matter. I have skinny legs, but it's still beautiful. I'm handsome and I'm good. I trust myself. Abdullah ibn Mas'ud, mashallah, had so many students of knowledge run from him. And he was a leader, leading people in the knowledge, in the field of knowledge of Islam. So always have that. Believe in yourself. In this way, inshallah, you are going to look very, very happy. And do not let the discrimination take too much of your thinking, takes too much of your mind, and you become sensitive. Very sensitive, thinking I cannot do anything because of racism. No, have great ambition. Fly. Go up and up and up. Pray to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Even if people do not like you, do not love you, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will aid you and support you and do that and achieve your goals. So have great ambition. Fly, go up and up and up. Do not go down. Don't look down. Look up, inshallah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will aid you and support you, inshallah. And very important, as a society, seeing what happened, the man was killed because of the racism. We don't want that to be a part of when we have with our hearts, when we deal with others, when we're in a position of power, when we are in a position to make a decision to affect people's lives. We want to have the mercy. We want to follow the rules of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We have to know that these laws do not change people. But we have to know that the laws of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, deen on Islam, deen on haqq, the deen that's Khutbah, that's great, that's good. If we follow that, inshallah, that will change us and that will bring us together. We have a society that's clear of racism, clear of discrimination. We're going to live happier. We're going to have trust. A lot of places, there's no any trust. You go to a lot of Muslim countries, there's different tribes. They're always fighting and discriminating and thinking that this tribe is less than the other. When you do a business, when you do any type of dealing with each other, you are afraid. You don't have a trust in that person because that person is not in your tribe. That's sickness. That's sickness, not what they mean. He Muslim, it doesn't matter. From a different tribe, he's my brother. He's from different nationality, he's my brother. We want him. Our power and our comfort and happiness comes, inshallah, when we are together, when we do things together, when we believe in society, when we believe in one thing, and move forward together. This way, inshallah, you're going to get the blessings of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And this way, you're going to be able to make change. And this way, inshallah, you're going to live happy. Allah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam على أسكن الشريعة وخير البرية نبينا محمد النبي الأمين فقد أمركم الله بأمر بدأ بنفسه وثنى بملائكة قدسه وثلث به أيها المؤمنون فقال عز من قائل عليم إن الله وملائكته يصلون على النبي يا أيها الذين آمنوا صلوا عليه وسلموا تسليما اللهم صل وسلم وبارك على نبينا محمد وعلى آل بيته الطيبين الطاهرين الأبرار وارض اللهم عن خلفائه الأربعة أبي بكر وعمر وعثمان وعلي وعن سائر الصحابة أجمعين وعنا معهم بعفوك وجودك وكرمك برحمتك يا أرحم الراحمين اللهم يسر لنا أمورنا واشرح لنا صدورنا واختم لنا بالصالحات آجالنا وأعمالنا اللهم يسر لنا أمورنا يا رحمن اللهم يسر لنا أمورنا يا رحمن اللهم طهر قلوبنا من الأمراض والأدوار والأسقام اللهم إنا نسألك أن تعافي قلوبنا من الأمراض والأدوار والأسقام اللهم إنا نعوذ بك من الحسد اللهم إنا نعوذ بك من الحسد اللهم إنا نعوذ بك من الذل والكراهية اللهم إنا نعوذ بك من الفتنة والعنصرية اللهم إنا نسألك أن تنقي قلوبنا وأن تجعلنا أمة متحافة على كتابك وعلى سنة نبيك محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم اللهم إنا نسألك أن تتقبل منا ما قدمنا في رمضان تقبل منا صيامنا وقيامنا وصلاتنا ودعاءنا وسائر وجميع أعمالنا برحمتك يا ارحم الراحمين وفقنا يا الله لما فيه الخير والصلاح اللهم وفقنا أرنا فيه الخير والصلاح برحمتك يا أرحم الراحمين. اللهم إنا نسألك من كل ما سألك منه عبدك ونبيك محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم وعبادك الصالحون، ونعوذ بك اللهم من شر واستعاذك من عبدك ونبيك محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم وعبادك الصالحون برحمتك يا ارحم الراحمين. اشرح لنا صدورنا واغفر لنا بصالحات اجالنا واعمالنا برحمتك يا ارحم الراحمين. وصل اللهم وسلم وبارك وانعم على نبينا محمد وعلى اله وصحبه اجمعين.
الله أكبر الله أكبر أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله. حي على الصلاة حي على الفلاح قد قامت الصلاة قد قامت الصلاة. الله أكبر الله أكبر لا إله إلا الله.
الله اكبر. الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين. ألم نشرح لك صدرك ووضعنا عنك وزرك الذي انقض ظهرك ورفعنا لك ذكرك فإن مع العسر يسرا إن مع العسر يسرا فإذا فرغت فانصب إلى ربك فارغب. الله أكبر. سمع الله لمن حمده. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين. قل هو الله أحد الله الصمد لم يلد ولم يولد ولم يكن له كفوا أحد. الله أكبر. سمع الله لمن حمده. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله.